sekarang aku faham kenapa dia orang release semua 5 episod sekaligus, seperti rembesan cerit-berit, because if we had to wait 5 weeks for that lame ass finale, aku rasa ramai orang akan flip table kot. So kita mulakan dengan reaksi satu ayat untuk Hadi. Silakan Hadi.
Basically lepas tonton the whole series ni, macam there's no reaction yang aku boleh representkan untuk this whole series, because bagi aku this whole series is like macam nothing, macam tak ada cerita, there's nothing to show. Diorang just macam nak gunakan watak Eko ni just because of the diversity punya part, and people yang puji siri ni pun just puji on the diversity part, itu je, tak puji on the story part ke apa benda ke. So overall I think untuk permulaan MCU tahun 2024, memang is a really bad start lah. It's a really bad start untuk MCU tahun 2024.
Alright, seterusnya silakan Sai, kau punya reaksi satu ayat terhadap Echo Season 1.
Aku rasa like a big nothing burger. This reminds me of Captain Marvel on how pointless it is in between Infinity War and Endgame. Cerita ni memang boleh katakan macam it's like it has a lot of potential in the sense that, you know, why not like see an actor yang memang deaf, you know, and then see more like Black Indian punya representation, and then see more Daredevil, see more KINGPIN, and then the intro is so good, and for that to end up with nothingness towards the end, which is like it makes you feel sad, you know. The show wasn't all that bad until literally the last 10 minutes, not even the entire last episode, just the last 10 minutes of the episode, of the last episode.
Yes, in a sense aku setuju dengan apa yang saya katakan. I feel like episod pertama tu canggung because that's what Echo should be. Echo should be based in New York. Dia adalah seorang antagonis Daredevil. Dia juga ada kaitan dengan KINGPIN. So episod 1 memang kita dilayan dengan semua benda tu. Kita disuap. Lepas tu okay guys, kita dah habis dengan slideshow. Now korang dah catch up dengan hidup Echo. This is the next 20 minutes. Still okay. Ending episode 1 aku still like, yeah, ada KINGPIN. Lepas tu Echo balik kampung. And then she spent the next 4 episodes Echo balik kampung. Ada drama pukul 7 dengan nenek dia, dengan saudara dia, dengan Biscuit dia punya nephew, dia punya cousin yang bangang, dengan Uncle Henry dia. Aku macam butuh. Aku nak tengok yang sambungan episode 1 tu. Echo in New York, bukan Echo balik kampung lepas tu ada masalah kampung.
Street level.
Tu ya. Tiba-tiba dia jadi macam Hallmark Channel pula. Daripada from episode 1 was like kau tengah tengok Netflix Daredevil, tiba-tiba kau masuk Hallmark Channel, Echo balik kampung. Aku macam serius benci gila. So yes, dengan itu kita akan membincangkan 3 plot mengapa Echo hamba. Jom kita mulakan dengan poin pertama kita. Alright. Yes, segmen pertama kita adalah tentang KINGPIN. Dia kena fingered sampai Insaf So ini berkaitan dengan 10 minit terakhir dalam siri Echo ni. Jadi aku ada 3 soalan. Soalan pertama adalah untuk Hadi. Apakah pendapat anda tentang evolusi watak KINGPIN yang semakin lama semakin lemah sejak The Devil Season 1 masa zaman Netflix tu kot. Mamat ni asyik kena kitai je. Adakah ini pengganti Thanos untuk street level MCU superheroes? Macam balik-balik kalah. So silakan.
Yeah. I mean like macam salah satu benda yang macam aku paling excited untuk series Echo ni adalah KINGPIN as a villain lah kan. Dan benda ni bertambah lagi aku punya excitement bila they continue the story of KINGPIN daripada series Daredevil masukkan ke dalam series Echo ni, which is dia bila dia sebut pasal sejarah silam dia tentang bapak dia meninggal. Waktu tu aku dah macam okay, bapak kau meninggal apa benda, kau yang bunuh bapak kau. Dan lepas tu dia canonkan benda tu. Maksudnya dia kata macam okay, dia bunuh bapak dia guna hammer apa semua kan. So aku excited tengok benda tu. Tapi inilah dia bila kau bezanya dari MCU ataupun Marvel Netflix dengan Marvel MCU ni. MCU memang selalu dia suka nerf dia punya villain, and even not really just villain, dia suka nerf kan dia punya all the super power ataupun overpower superhero. Dan inilah juga antara benda yang macam kita risaukan kalau Kingpin masuk dekat dalam MCU berhadapan dengan all the superhero. Dan dia tak jumpa pun lagi superhero yang level atas. Dia baru jumpa Echo je. Even dalam orang dah komplain daripada series Hawkeye kan. Dekat series Hawkeye dia kalah dengan siapa? Kate Bishop. I mean, come on. Lepas tu lagi sekali dengan Echo pula. Kau nak cakap apa? Kau nak kata yang Kingpin ni lemah dengan yang superheroes, yang girl superheroes ke benda kan. So bagi aku sangat-sangat tak memuaskan hati. But overall aku suka performance Vincent D'Onofrio. Kita tak boleh nak sangkal benda tu. He's been really great dekat dalam seri ni. Basically dia yang satu-satunya mengangkat this whole series sebenarnya. Dan aku dapat rasakan macam maybe behind the scene dia banyak fight dengan creative team tentang watak Kingpin dia ni tau. Sebab nampak macam dia cuba sedaya upaya untuk preserve dia punya karakteristik as Kingpin. Tapi biasalah dalam MCU ni bila masuk macam-macam creator, macam-macam penulis, macam-macam director, semua nak ada diorang punya creative input sendiri. Nak buat Kingpin macam ni, jadi badut lah, jadi lemah lah, benda lah. So aku dapat rasa lah Vincent maybe dia pertahankan karakteristik Kingpin ni supaya tak lari jauh daripada dia punya counterpart dalam Marvel Netflix. Tapi sampai kat hujung tu je dia tak boleh buat apa. Sampai kat hujung tu bila finger tu dia dah tak boleh apa. Dia rasa macam okay, tak apa Kingpin, maybe lah behind the scene dia cakap macam ni kan. Tak apa Kingpin, kita bagi dia kena finger supaya dia rasa weak. Lepas tu dia rasa macam lebih berdendam dengan golongan-golongan superpower ni. Dan ini akan membawa kepada the future setup untuk future of Marvel street level superhero bila Kingpin akan menjadi mayor pula sebab dia terasa macam dia sangat-sangat useless di kalangan all the superhero. So dia kena mempunyai power yang lebih tinggi baru dia dapat kawal all the superheroes. But yeah, overall I didn't like how they treat Kingpin towards the end sampai ke hujung-hujung tu. Aku rasa macam dahlah kau sampahkan watak Echo ni dengan superpower yang kononnya echoes through all the generations of Choctaw generations. And then lepas tu sampai kat penghujung kau dah siap kononnya bagi all that wardrobe, all that suits lah apa semua. And it's just like that. And kau tak dapat nak rasakan sangat. Aku basically sebenarnya macam the first episode dan the second episode patutnya dia lebih memfokuskan lagi connection between Kingpin dengan Echo ni. But instead, diorang divert, diorang pergi kepada Echo nak reconnect balik pula dengan dia punya past generation, dengan dia punya dengan dia punya ancestors dia. Sepatutnya dia tunjukkan connection antara Kingpin dengan Echo tu supaya macam orang rasa macam oh, that's why Kingpin ni love Echo so much because they treat Echo as his own daughter. Tapi kita nampak benda tu dekat dalam first episode itu pun tak banyak. Kita tengok dalam first episode tu just macam bapak dia pergi New York and then lepas tu bapak dia kerja dengan Kingpin and then Kingpin macam menjaga Echo macam anak dia sendiri. That's all. So there's not much yang dia tunjukkan. Sayang benda tu dibazirkan dengan benda-benda diversity yang agak remeh sebenarnya. So overall aku rasakan I'm looking forward untuk watak Kingpin ni in the future, but knowing that how they treat Kingpin in Hawkeye and dalam Echo, aku akan rasa a bit cautious lah dengan kemunculan Kingpin in future of Marvel straight level superhero nanti.
Saya ada apa-apa nak tambah? Sekejap.
But I just want to say yang komen tadi, I like the comment where someone said dia senang je buang yang lens yang Kingpin hajah dengan dia tu macam sampah.
Betul.
Padahal ya Allah,
Teknologi cool tu.
Benda tu power gila. Kalau takkan Kingpin, dia boleh borak dengan orang lain kot. Like tu, just keep it.
Yeah,
man. It's so dumb. And it's not even like macam what do you call it thing metaphorical. Kau macam cerita what do you call it, Django Unchained, masa Django towards the end dia pergi tanggalkan the saddle and you know everything supaya the horse is just like faham tak, completely naked like how the horse was in nature. It's nothing like that. It's like not metaphorical, just like out of pure spite. It's really stupid.
Betul.
And that's all I want to say about that.
Tapi on the flip side, ini menunjukkan berapa malasnya Kingpin. Dia tak nak belajar sign language. Dia rela buat teknologi. Aku tak payah belajar sign language. Aku guna teknologi je supaya dia boleh faham apa aku cakap dan aku boleh faham. Macam hanat dah Kingpin.
Dude, that makes sense actually. Because Kingpin, that makes sense actually because Kingpin is the thug. He just want anything, just take it, you know. The things that have to do with translation, he eliminates the translator, the middle person, and then he make the lens. I think it makes sense. If I'm like a bully, want to trudge through and just get everything I want and I just take anything, and if I can like pay people to do like something like that and like a technological advancement like that piece of tech, I would do it. Actually, that makes sense. Like, as far as the writing goes for Kingpin, for the most part, it works in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why I say it's not totally a bad show because it's like elements of it that make sense.
I mean the Kingpin and the Rebel parts tu yang best, yang semua orang suka. Tapi bila Echo balik kampung kita macam aku tak nak lah cerita balik kampung ni. Alright, soalan kedua adalah untuk saya. Apakah pendapat anda tentang finale di mana Kingpin telah dikalahkan selepas dia kena finger dengan Echo sampai dia insaf bro, macam did you see that shit coming? Silakan.
Oh yeah, like the first time I see that, it's like, dude, they're doing The Last Airbender, man. Like they're doing Aang, The Legend of Aang. It's like, oh god, it's such a The Legend of Aang is so great. It's a kid show, but people want to refer to it and in fact nak imitate it all the time. And they keep doing it in Star Wars. They're doing it here in Echo, and then we know who keeps doing it and suck at it. It's Disney. And I would argue Avatar pun kinda sucks. I'm talking about the blue one now. You know, it's like kinda lame. I mean, looks good and everything. There's action and whatever, but they want to do like fire, air, whatever that in the planning. Not mistaken, like they start with water first. Like, oh god, and then Rebel Moon is doing that too. Like, stop doing Legend of Aang. It's freaking lame. Even Korra sucks, you know. I mean, like, okay, the problem is, okay, they already make her power different, right? She's not just doing Kakashi, you know. But the thing is too, just like Kakashi, they fail to tell a compelling story with a character that have a mirror ability. I mean, Kakashi is depicted, for example, in the first Naruto movie where he can do the water dragon better, right? But the problem is, even up until he becomes Hokage, they never really do anything compelling with the character. They say he have 1001 abilities, but they didn't like really showcase that. Just like in this show, they keep showing also that she can connect with the past, like ancestors, right? But none of the powers relate to the, you know, the particular situation. Like for example, we focus on the fingering, right? Since when the ancestors have the power to finger somebody like that? It's so weird. I mean, like, and the thing is too, even the writers realize how dumb they are. They make one of the characters say, what did you do? What did you do? And then they didn't even explain it. They just like breeze through it just to get to that end credit scene where Kingpin watches the TV in his car. So dumb. It's like
I think we only saw the mum use it to heal the bird. So is it maksudnya dia
yeah,
pun
but
dah heal
healing,
Kingpin? Does it mean Kingpin sekarang dah jadi baik? Is that what
but that
it
is
means?
physical healing. That is physical healing, not emotional healing. This is different. And even if you look at like the other ability, right, where before he even fights Kingpin, dia macam like make the other people echo the ability, Q Thor powers in Thor 4. Remember that? This stupid, the kids can fight with him. So they doing his powers too. So they're like, they can move like she does, right? But as soon as they realize the movement are synchronized, why aren't the henchmen start elak and everything like that? So try to like elak all the coordinated synchronized movement. I think one or two orang kena bantai dah lah. Tapi tak, they just keep at it, and they orang terlalu kecut dan bacul untuk the whole scene with proper choreography. They just like skip, lepas tu semua dah kalah. I think that's the problem with like She-Hulk too. It's okay, what happened, right? You commit to it, but your commitment doesn't show when you don't actually show how the puzzle is solved. You just show the puzzle solved. Like tiba-tiba at the end everything's already solved. Kalau dia dah betulkan jalan cerita, dia eliminate orang semua dekat dalam like that tempat yang ramai-ramai dia nak kumpulkan, macam nak start a man cult or whatever kan. At least tunjuklah how it plays out in her favor kan. In this show juga, they finger that guy, they fight the henchman, but they don't show the actual fight with the henchman. They don't show and explain like what did she actually do to Kingpin. And we already know the answer why. Because again, if they show the synchronized movement, the henchman is gonna keep up and gonna be like, you know what, let's not stand in the same position. So let's start to avoid some of the attacks. And just shoot them. Okay, that's why they know. So they don't do that. And then they just like, oh, kono-kono macam they heal the trauma betul inside like Kingpin. I'm dealing with trauma recently, right? I have to survey like a relationship with someone, and I feel like I'm not gonna come back for years to come. And to me, like that thing doesn't just like go away. And in this show, it shows that it's not going away, it's just temporary. And the scene afterwards still show that he is like determined to do more violence, Maybe he's trying to become mayor and try to do it with an iron fist, Not the character iron fist, I mean try to do it with force because it's eluded, right? The people in the news who are like, talking, they're like, we need somebody that can come with full force, that use their hands, So what did she do to Kingpin in the end? So what was the point? They can do this towards the end of Kingpin. Like for example, they want to because they did still make it, they still do not make it clear whether or not this is a total reboot or soft reboot of like Kingpin and Daredevil, right? But if you want to do the echo thing,
MCU now. Kalau kau dekat Disney Plus Hotstar, kau akan tengok yang all the Netflix shows are in the MCU timeline.
Alright, okay. But like if they want to do Kingpin like this, right? The fight with Echo should be the last and final fight of Kingpin. If anything, it's either you bring up the show later in phase 6 or whatever, right? Or you can like make it season 3 of Echo for that battle to take place, for her to heal him of the trauma, not this early on. Obviously, it's not going to do anything. Like, I was supposed to believe they bring back Kingpin just to get like a softer version of him, a dumber version. Yes, they're showing softer. I don't think so, because they wouldn't sell anything. The moment the movie comes out that Kingpin is a soft guy, he just talks, people are going to tune out. People like look at last year. They lose a lot of money. They fail. The only like not just Marvel, the only Disney product that succeed was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And that is a good movie. That's the reason why. People are just sick of these shit movies.
Yes, aku setuju. Pasal it's so weird. Early on ni, Kingpin baru balik, lepas tu kau nak buat dia jadi KINGPIN. Tak boleh lah. Tak boleh. Dia ada banyak. Dia nak jadi orang jahat untuk banyak lagi siri. Kenapa tiba-tiba dia jadi KINGPIN? Memang tak boleh lah. And aku tak boleh belah yang not just Echo ada kuasa finger ni. Tiba-tiba Bonnie pun ada kuasa finger. Nenek dia Chula pun ada kuasa finger. Aku macam, sejak bila kau... And then Biscuit macam bodoh. Oh, aku bukan perempuan. Aku tak boleh ada kuasa finger. Aku boleh...
Ya, that.
Pelik
Yeah. I would get to that too, right? Kenapa only the women have it? It's so weird. Like it, at least tell us an explanation, right?
Kuasa feminism,
because
bro. Feminism.
But because I actually like the line where like in one of the like black and white, a version of Echo, right? The father said women are life givers, men are life takers. Maybe they can lean on that more like maybe because the women tend to give birth, right? That's why like the deity of the Choctaw give the ability to only women, because like in their time of need, right? Let's say they're standing in the middle of the woods and they're like trying to give labor, right? They have the ability to protect themselves. Maybe that's why they give it to just women, because if they give it to men, especially with the old ways of the Red Indians, they are like the kind of people to expand their like what do you call that thing? Expand their like what do you call it? Their society by conquering, right? By destroying, pillaging, and conquering.
It's the female touch to create community, bukan menghancurkan
yes,
community.
Instead of like taking it from others, right? They should focus on that, but they didn't focus on that. I mean, like, the figuring like it doesn't make sense because the mom she like fingers him and like remove his emotional like damage. Her mom can resurrect and heal physical damage. The black and white, she can shoot like a marksman and somehow have the power to make people not shoot her while she's just standing there in the open. Like she's an easy target for some reason people not to shoot her. And then like one of them can play hockey.
Yeah, lacrosse.
She can play hockey.
She can play lacrosse. Yeah.
Okay. And then like I mean, even then if you look at before, her ability was like she stuck, she got her like leg stuck, right? At least a percentage leg stuck in the like one of the connectors of the train. What did she do to like save herself there? How did she get out of it? What powers, even from the previous Echoes, have that ability to disconnect like a train car or make a hole or something? Like they didn't explain anything. The problem is
they just flashback. They just tiba-tiba ada flashback muka of the elder tu. That is helping her in that moment.
Yes. In Avatar, right? It is showing that even up until Korra, right? How competent Korra is in fighting. It is showing that they actually literally can tap into the experience and the reflexes of people in the past, right? In like the good Avatar, not the blue one. But in this one, right? It didn't even tell that. It insinuates that it just expect us to understand, but this is another universe, so you expect us like now we're discussing films, right? So we can reference other films, but in the film, in that world, you should just talk about what's in that world, right? So like you should explain it in the sense that makes sense to that world, not the outside world, not another show. There's nothing to, not a Nickelodeon show. If anything, at least a Marvel show, right? They didn't even show that. And the thing is, no experience can allow you to strong arm a train connector and free your leg like that. No experience can make someone fingered to being like a less angry person. Like what?
Less villainous,
So
less villainous.
stupid.
KINGPIN. Memang bingung gila. Hadi, ada pendapat kau tentang fingering sampai Insaf ni? Ataupun nenek dia pun ada kuasa, Bonnie pun ada kuasa, apa hal ni? Apa pendapat kau?
I think as simple explanation is that this is what actually people mean by agenda first, entertainment second, story second. So yeah, that's it lah. Aku tak nak ulas banyak-banyak sebab it really sucks.
Yeah.
The fingering sucks.
Okay. Dengan itu kita ke soalan terakhir untuk segmen ini. Untuk
It's
semua
not
panelis,
pleasurable.
apakah pendapat korang tentang the post credit scene pada finale siri Echo di mana Wilson Fisk aka Kingpin tiba-tiba mendapat inspirasi untuk menjadi Datuk Bandar New York. So, apa pendapat korang? Kita mulakan dengan Sai. Silakan Sai.
Simply they should just do that from the get-go dekat dalam Daredevil. I mean, like, obviously dekat Daredevil dia tunjuk Kingpin dah tak ada jalan lain dah, because if he does anything, Venice back, he get killed. So, obviously in this case, diorang dah buat soft reboot dah kan. So, bila dah announce that diorang masuk movie, full reboot dah. And it's really dumb since Daredevil still pakai suit yang lebih kurang. And diorang dah auction off and they recreate a new one. And the thing is, this like, you don't need this show to show that post credit. If anything, you can like have him like in another show, like for example Hawkeye, you can put it there. Echo the show doesn't need to exist. Echo the character should just be like the swordsman in Hawkeye, just another character. Like if they're not gonna focus on her much, they shouldn't make a show out of her. The problem with this show is it still like wants to focus on Kingpin. It doesn't focus on her. It doesn't focus on the Choctaw. That's like a waste of time. In regards to Kingpin's like mayor thing, like I'm like, no shit Sherlock, they should have done that from the beginning. I think it would be more believable, right? If they make the storyline, they can somehow connect it instead of like him breaking out from the what do you call that thing, from jail or whatever, right? He just go to another ends of the earth, maybe like a different place, like Alaska or something, and he wants to become like the mayor there. You know what I mean? And then he works like with that favor that he got from there to work his way back to becoming like a transferred mayor back to New York, you know, something like that. And the thing is too, they can even like, yeah, I don't want to go there yet. I was thinking about something else. I'm gonna go attention on that one. But the thing is, it makes sense. It's just that it doesn't need a show for it to lead to it. You just have to start with that already, you know. And if anything, like that is like he just wants to say that is like the beginning of Daredevil season 1. So they just like rehashing, and it's like, it's a waste of time. Reboots are fucking stupid. Just continue the story. What the fuck are you guys doing, man? Let him go. Let Kingpin go. Write something good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about him becoming a mayor. Just that, yeah, be a mayor. You should have been there already. What the fuck are we doing here, man?
I think we'll see that at the beginning of Daredevil Born Again. I think we'll see that. Yeah. So ni kira macam bridge episode lah ataupun bridge season lah in a sense. Hadi, pendapat kau? Pasal dalam komik memang dia jadi mayor of New York pun, and then dia cari pasal dengan semua orang bro. Dia cari pasal dengan Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Daredevil, Spider-Man, semua kena bawah telunjuk anti superhero dia. So silakan.
Bagi aku personally, it's a right time to do this kind of thing. Kingpin jadi mayor means that bila Daredevil, Kingpin dah daripada Netflix masuk ke MCU, means that they are not wasting time nak buat balik cerita Daredevil ke, nak buat balik cerita Kingpin ke, balik-balik cat and mouse punya cerita ke, Kingpin kejar Daredevil, Daredevil kejar Kingpin. Tak, that one kita dah dapat dah daripada siri Daredevil Netflix. And the ending in season 3 is already perfect untuk macam conclusion for the Daredevil Netflix. And then lepas tu masuk ke MCU, after Daredevil Netflix kena cancel apa benda semua dengan Netflix sebab rights semua dah dapat balik dekat Disney. Then waktu tu it's okay for them not to show anything about Kingpin and Daredevil sebab itu waktu zaman superhero tengah all out, and then lepas tu jadi pula Infinity War and the bleed lah everything kan. So dia just tunjuk je Kingpin ni dah matured daripada Daredevil Netflix sampai ke dalam series Hawkeye, dalam series Echo, means that he survived in the blip, dan dia dari waktu the blip tu lah dia berkuasa dalam selama 5 tahun kan. So dia tak payah tunjuk apa benda tu. Means that aku suka bila dia buat this post credit scene, bila dia nak tunjukkan okay, Marvel MCU bercadang untuk buat universe untuk Marvel untuk superhero street level, but who is the main villain? Obviously the main villain will be Kingpin sebab he is the big bad ataupun the mastermind ataupun the leader in the street level punya storyline untuk superhero street level. So macam mana cara-caranya untuk apakah threat yang paling besar sekali yang perlu all these street level superhero kena berlawan? Dia kena berlawan dengan Kingpin, tapi Kingpin ni bukan sekadar crime lord. Dia dah jadi mayor. Means that dia dah jadi legit. Bila dia dah legit, dia ada side orang yang menyokong dia. And kita kena imagine is that MCU after phase 4, phase 5 adalah dunia yang tanpa had, dunia tanpa limit. Means that people already aware about aliens, people already aware about superhero, people already aware about lots of ridiculous things. So diorang, all these puny humans, all these citizens, diorang tak perlukan mayor yang just a normal human being. They want someone, that's why dekat dalam berita dekat ujung tu kan bagi tahu kan, dia nak someone yang boleh lawan all these superhero. Kalau superhero ni macam naik kepala ke, buat hal ke apa ke, so means that someone then yang boleh do a dirty job. Then siapa lagi kalau bukan Kingpin kan yang boleh buat? Someone yang boleh brawl with all the superheroes. Siapa lagi kalau bukan Kingpin kan yang boleh berhadapan dengan Daredevil, boleh berhadapan dengan Punisher. And we know that almost kebanyakan semua street level superhero adalah lebih kepada anti-hero ataupun macam diorang ni lebih kepada macam nakkan vengeance. Macam kalau kau tengok Jessica Jones, Punisher paling teruk. Punisher paling teruk. Who's gonna face Punisher? Siapa yang kena berhadapan dengan Punisher? Of course lah Kingpin yang kena berhadapan dengan Punisher. Siapa yang kena berhadapan dengan Daredevil? Seorang yang macam berpakaian arah syaitan, lepas tu memberikan satu persepsi negatif terhadap all the citizens of New York. Siapa yang kena lawan? Of course Kingpin yang kena lawan. So untuk this kind of storyline yang diorang nak going forward untuk set up the future of Marvel street level superhero, memang Kingpin kena jadi orang kata apa macam batu asas untuk batu loncatan untuk all these superhero, all these street level superhero gang semua ni bergabung melawan this force of evil yang susah sebab this force of evil is approved by citizen themselves. Orang jahat dia adalah orang jahat yang disokong oleh rakyat-rakyat jelata. So bagi aku agak interesting benda ni, and kita kena faham kenapa all the citizens semua in the end sokong Kingpin, because disebabkan superhero ni lah terjadinya Infinity War, disebabkan superhero ni semualah terjadinya Battle of New York lah benda semua kan. So people will blame all these superpowered human, dan all this yang tak ada superpower semua ni will find someone to protect them, someone yang from the human side, yang tak ada superpower, yang tak ada ni, tapi boleh lawan dengan orang. Siapa yang boleh lawan dengan orang yang tak ada superpower semua? Kingpin lah. So bagi aku suka dengan this post credit scene. Then that's again proof my point daripada dulu lagi, sejak daripada The Marvel semua lagi kan. The whole story is shitty until the post credits. I mean like why? Kenapa kena post credit tu paling best instead of the whole cerita? Why? Patutnya kau kena build up lagi towards macam Kingpin nak jadi mayor tu kan. Kau kena build up lagi lah kalau daripada series Korean sampai kat ujung-ujung tiba-tiba baru kau nak tunjuk Kingpin berhasrat nak jadi mayor. So yeah, quite sucks lah benda tu.
Ini satu dikotomi yang menarik di mana manusia biasa perlukan something lebih besar untuk melawan adiwira. Aku suka dikotomi yang kau cerita tu. Sai, you have something to say? Silakan Sai.
Okay, Adi, I agree with you for the most part. There's nothing wrong with what you say. But my problem is, why do you need an entire show about a non-character, right? To show that end credit scene, you know? Like why can't, you know, remember Captain Marvel, how the entire movie is spoilers and towards the end it shows that dekat Infinity War Nick Fury contact dia, lepas tu dia dapat contact. The movie didn't need to happen. It just needs to show in the same like cut scene bila Kingpin contact dia, on the other side dia nampak. That's it. We don't need a Captain Marvel movie. Just like we don't need Echo. It shows as if like we do need it, you know. But you know what Echo can work as? Maybe just a short story, just episode 1. That's it. And then connect it straight to Kingpin. You know, just one episode. And the thing is, yeah, I agree. Kingpin is a great platform and that's why they want to do him. But the thing is, they already did Kingpin. They can do like another, you know, another villain, another character. How about someone as invulnerable as him that might have similar powers and similar aspirations? How about Luke Cage? They were building him and becoming the Kingpin of Harlem. Like they could have just used Luke Cage because Kingpin has been dealt with, you know. So if they want to let's say we forget about the other characters, we're talking about the Defenders. We forget about the old what do you call it thing, Kingpin from the Devil. Forget about the Devil show, right? Why did they just start off the movie with Kingpin already the mayor? Let's just do that. Or make the cutscene the beginning of that movie. We don't need this entire show just to put at the end, here is Kingpin. You know, he's gonna be like, we don't need it. We don't need it at all. And the only fun thing about the show is the first episode. And then the cutscene, the final cutscene is fun. It's fine and fun. I like it. But the thing is, the entire show where the cutscene is attached to didn't need to happen. That's my point. And other than that, I agree totally with you, Hadi. And it is time. That's why, because we don't want to waste time, why waste our time with this show? Move on ahead. Just make another movie and start off with that. Make it like a Spider-Man movie or something. Start with Kingpin as the villain or whatever. I don't know. Like just get to the movies. People will be waiting for the characters from Marvel Netflix to enter the MCU, right? Since they're not doing that now, they're just doing it with Kingpin and the Devil. They should just like go ahead and put it in the movies. I don't even get why like Echo needs to exist, because even they don't want to do the show. They have just 5 episodes, and usually in these shows, right, that have like not many episodes, like including Game of Thrones season 8, 6 episodes, they want to rush it because there's so many stories to tell. They want to go straight to the like finish line, right? But in case of Echo, there's nothing to rush. There's no story to tell beyond episode 1 or even episode 3. At least like we'll get like the action is episode 1 and episode 3. And the thing is too, why the only episodes that matter have action in it too, because that's the core characteristic of like Echo. She's a gangster. She's like a henchman. She's like a strong arm person. So why don't you make the story that we want? At least before she finger him, you know, have Echo fight Kingpin. Like let it be a brawl, and then he almost win, right? And then I like the other 2 fights that she failed, fighting the Devil and Ronin, or aka Hawkeye. she can just like, okay, maybe I can't win it by brute force. What if I try another way? So then she finger him. And then because of that, it's gonna be like, okay, yes, I have brute force, right? But now, if I become a mayor, I can also manipulate people in another way if I get people in my favor. You see what I mean? Like, all they need to do, right, just make the show that they want to do, right? I did not make the show, or make the show and then make the final fight make sense. So that end cutscene where they're like alluding to him becoming a mayor makes a lot more sense because there's like build up to it. This is like they just want to show that cutscene, so they try to make up reasons for it to happen. But the reasons for it to happen itself doesn't need to happen.
Betul. Basically untuk menjawab soalan saya tu simple bro. Ini adalah KPI. You see Disney setiap tahun dia kena buat specific number of projects yang ada DEI, diversity, inclusivity dan juga you know dan juga yalah basically they are forced by their funders to make all these agenda shows. Bukan diorang nak buat pun. But if they don't make it, they don't get funding. They can't bayar berjuta-juta for projects. So this is a agenda di sebalik Hollywood. That's why Hollywood as a entertainment punya platform sekarang dah makin banyak dengan diversity, inclusivity dan juga equity. You know.
Yeah.
It's a whole different story. Yeah.
No. I get that. I would have some. I get that. That's why if they want to make the show pun, show more of the Choctaw. I want to see what they're all about. I mean, even in a movie that people don't care about like the Maori or whatever, in the movie Hobbs and Shaw, right? They show at one point they try to connect with the Rock's people, right? So they show more of their fighting warrior. I mean, like the whole town is not included in the whole thing. It's just a few people. It's not the community coming together to protect themselves. If they want to do like proper representation, why don't they actually show more of the Choctaw? They even like Choctaw apparently is even like a real tribe, right? They even thank it in the credits. Why don't really give them actual roles? Like spend time more with the Choctaw. I want to know more about them. What do they eat? What do they wear? How do they fight? How do they defend themselves in case of emergency? What are their contingencies? Like anything, something. It's like they pretend to want to do diversity because they care, but they don't care. That's the thing. That's why it's so half-assed. It's like so stupid. Yeah, I mean like maybe the more I say, the more you make sense, Nick. The only thing they care about is the KPI, and it doesn't matter how do they achieve the KPI as long as the quota is met. Okay, you're right.
Ya, diorang basically nak virtue signal je yang kami Disney, kami care. You know, tapi they don't really care. They just nak tick KPI tu. Okay, kita dah buat tolong bagi berbilion-bilion tolong untuk tahun depan kita nak buat Tron 3 pula lah. You know, Pirates 10.
How about ni orang apa tu China yang enslave the people in Mulan, yang enslave the Uyghurs? How about that? They thank the Communist Party, right? In Mulan.
Itulah.
My God,
Itulah,
they really don't care. They just don't give a fuck.
They don't. It's just KPI for them. Tapi itulah macam Iki cakap ni. Yes, Killers of the Flower Moon pada aku is one of the best representation kalau kau nak cerita pasal Native American. Because kau faham cara hidup diorang by the end of that 3-hour movie. Yang ni you had lebih kurang 3 hours juga, tapi surface level dia. Takkan KPI. Alright guys, so dengan itu berakhirlah segmen ini. Don't worry, soalan-soalan korang aku akan bacakan at the end of segmen ketiga kita. Sekarang kita akan ke plot hamba kita yang kedua. Plot hamba kita tentang Echo, kuasa dia yang lain. Apa yang soalan masa ni? Semua family. Supposedly pengarah Echo sendiri membuat penjelasan kepada media yang dia rasa kuasa Echo daripada komik is lame. Iaitu dalam Marvel Comics, Echo boleh mimik orang yang dia berlawan lebih kurang macam Taskmaster lah. So dia kata yang tu lame gila. So dia rela buat kuasa baru ni yang berkaitan dengan Choctaw Nation ni, di mana turun-temurun dia orang punya founders daripada dulu sampai sekarang akan bagi kau kuasa fingering ni. So aku macam itu lagi lame kot. So apakah pendapat korang tentang bila lagi kreatif daripada Marvel Comics, lepas tu tak nak adapt the source material? Kita mulakan dengan Hadi, silakan. Lebih baik tak ya buat cerita Echo. Tengok pagi Echo lah.
Basically macam aku ada buat macam review lah kan, review ringkas lah dekat Facebook page aku. So macam salah satu daripada aku punya review tu, aku kata macam salah satu kelemahan series Echo ni adalah dia tak respect source material. Dan lepas tu ada a few comments naik macam tak puas hati lah, aku cakap, dia kata macam, bang, ni MCU memang sentiasa tak ikut source material. MCU memang selalu ubah watak. MCU memang selalu ubah kuasa. Okay, first, kenapa aku kata dia tak respect the source material is bukan sebab dia ubah kuasa. Tak ada. Ubah kuasa tu aku tak ada masalah sangat sebenarnya, sebab aku pun tak ada baca komik ke apa ke. Banyak, memang betul banyak dalam MCU yang macam ubah kuasa lah, ubah personality lah, apa benda semua, siap gender swap lah, race swap lah, semua tu kan. Tak ada masalah, benda tu memang dah banyak kali jadi. Tapi this specific thing yang aku maksudkan dia tak respect the source material is because the creator, the writer itself yang bagi tahu power daripada komik tu lame. And nak dijadikan lebih sampah, lebih hamba lagi, kau dah bagi tahu kata kuasa dia dekat dalam komik lame. Okay lah, fine. Kita nak tengok lah macam mana kau ubah kan. Okay sangat kan apa yang kau ubah. Pun lame juga. So mana kau punya justification kau yang nak bagi tahu kata kuasa dia dekat dalam komik lame, tapi kau tak mampu nak elevate pun kuasa dia dekat dalam kat dalam series live action, dan kau menggunakan that diversity card semata-mata untuk nak bagi tahu kat orang yang siri kau ni adalah sesuatu yang special. Itu saja. Kau nak gunakan kau punya race card tu, kau nak gunakan kau punya kebudayaan Native American lah apalah. I mean like the comic is not always about that. The comic is always about macam okay, kita nak tunjukkan this character is powerful. This character ada super power yang gempak gila, and nak lagi cool, dia ni Native American and dia perempuan and dia bisu. Itu yang orang tertarik sebenarnya, bukannya nak bagi tahu macam okay, karakter ni yang penting yang korang kena tahu adalah karakter ni adalah Native American first. Dia adalah perempuan, dia adalah bisu, dan disebabkan dia Native American, dia perempuan dan dia bisu, so dia adalah seorang karakter yang powerful. It's not supposed to be like that sebenarnya. So itulah yang aku katakan dia tak respect source material, bukan sebab dia tak dia tukar power ke apa benda ke. Tu tak ada masalah. Kalau kau nak tukar power, kau bagi power ataupun kau bagi macam karakteristik yang lebih rich lagi, boleh elevate lagi karakter dia daripada komik, tak ada masalah bagi aku. Ini bila kau dah kata watak dia dalam komik kuasanya lame, tapi bila kau buat versi live action pun lagi lame. And the suckiest part is that bila kita komen pasal benda tu, orang kata oh kita racist, kita tak suka all diversity, kita tak suka watak woman empowerment, kita tak suka watak perempuan bisu. It's not all about that. It's just that your character writing is lazy, your character writing is stupid. That's why kenapa aku katakan macam series Echo ni tak respect the source material. Masalahnya aku tak kisah, aku tak peduli sangat pada source material kau benda ke. It's just that kau kau tak respect, tapi kau tak treat it well, which is lagi kau bucit the karakter lagi adalah. Tapi macam mana kan, ada juga orang yang suka lah benda tu, so aku tak ada masalah lah benda macam itu kalau korang suka ke apa ke. But seriously, bagi aku sayang sebab I love powerful woman character. Aku suka powerful female punya character. Kalau tengok yang macam karakter-karakter perempuan yang contohnya dalam Gen V, banyak dalam Gen V yang aku suka watak-watak perempuan. dalam The Mandalorian. Semua pun watak-watak perempuan yang aku suka. Yang bukannya perempuan yang damsel in distress ke apa, someone yang ada power, ada satu karakteristik yang macam boleh mempunyai satu kuasa yang hebat, yang boleh membuatkan kita rasa minat dengan karakter ni, bukan hanya semata-mata sebab dia perempuan, tapi sebab karakteristik dia dalam siri tu, dalam filem tu, dalam cerita tu. Tapi but this, sayang aku tengok pelakon dia okey, pelakon dia nampak macam boleh bawa watak yang bagus, tapi sayangnya dia dihancurkan, dia dihianati oleh penulisan karakter yang sangat-sangat lemah daripada orang-orang yang kononnya tahu lebih yang kononnya tahu lebih apa yang lebih bagus untuk karakter ni, padahal tak.
Betul tu. Betul. Yeah, they make her Native American first superhero second. Alright, seterusnya Sai, silakan pendapat kau tentang kuasa baru dia yang lame. Yang
First off,
tak ada komedi.
I'm sorry because I think I already said a lot of things on the segments before. Okay, for this segment, to not repeat my points, let's move on to other points. I think like the power is lame is like a total misconception, right? For one, a power is just like to mirror an ability, right? Okay. So let's think about it. Remember where Statham says even his grandma could play the character Bullseye, not knowing that Bullseye is very street level, despite the fact that in comics that Bullseye is actually a mutant. He has the ability where whatever bullet that he throws, he will always hit the enemy. But as far as like how we can see it, right? He just like, what do you call it thing? He's just a really good sharpshooter, right? And then when it comes to Kingpin, you see he is very invulnerable. Like he's a very big, strong man. Because of his his big body, right? People just assume he's gonna be as strong anyways. He doesn't have powers, but he somehow has. Because he has thick skin, he has thicker skin, literally thicker skin than most people, right? That's how he takes all the damage. Just like characters, characters like Luke Cage and Jessica Jones, for example, right? They have super strength, and that is very much so straight up visible, right? And then you have characters like Daredevil, where it goes back to the category of Kingpin and Bullseye, where he just have heightened ability of anything harder than his sight. So the other four area is like better, right? And when it comes to Echo, the ability is actually make her a level playing field to whoever she's fighting, because she's a mirror image. If you look at realistic gangster movies, what makes some of the fights boring, or at least some would think of them as boring, right? For example, The Irishman, right? Is you can just take up a gun and pull the trigger and shoot. That someone dies, then nothing happens. So there's no fight scenes, right? So how do you make it fun? You equalize. You also have guns. But when it comes to Echo, she doesn't she can use the guns. And maybe they can do something like she prefers to do melee, right? So she shoot the guns away, and then she goes to the enemy because she really wants to crush. Give her a sadistic personality, right? That she wants to beat people up, right? So then she becomes like the mirror image. You see, this is and it makes her have the ability to fight anyone, and that includes Hawkeye. That includes Daredevil, and that even includes Kingpin. It's not that she's stronger or weaker than them. It's just that the ability that she can equalize no matter what. In a way somehow nullifies their ability, right? So what can make her really good is that she used her weight to okay, now I copy everything that they do. How do I make it a little bit different? Maybe she can add a few more of I don't know what. Red Indian what do you call it thing, martial arts or anything. Like she can play around with weapons. She can like, it shows that she can MacGyver stuff, right? Show more of that. She just pick any tool at around her and then use it. As we know, some like from what we hear here and there, right? People from the military, they have the Green Beret training. They are taught that every weapon, right? Anything that is around you can be used as a weapon. Since she is street level, and since, like I said, maybe she is sadistic, and she is a gangster, and not just no ordinary gangster. Because before this, she's not just like part of the gang of Kingpin. She's also a general. She has soldiers of her own, right? So she can actually, what do you call that thing? I'm losing my train of thought. I mean, like, she can actually use cheap shots to one up her enemy. That's what makes her different. She doesn't even care what people think of her as long as she wins. You know, she hunt down everything that is around her. And then the thing is, the Echo just make whatever fight she's in the entirety of MCU. Doesn't matter if she fights Wenwu, what do you call it thing? Who's that guy? The Mandarin, or she fights Iron Man or whatever. If she has the same ability as them, right? It's gonna be like no matter what, she can stand her own, as opposed to when you put like Iron Man versus Captain America. Of course, Captain America is gonna lose if he's alone, one-on-one with Iron Man. So it's gonna be a boring fight. But then when you put Echo, she can fight anything. Imagine like a being that can destroy everything. Like, for example, the Void, the other side of like, what was that character called? The Sentry or Sentinel? I forgot the name of it.
The
I think it's
Sentry.
the
The Sentry.
Sentry, right? Right? They have no chance of winning, and then suddenly Echo is there. That, even though it seems like Deus Ex Machina, it goes back to ability to mirror abilities. As opposed to in the actual show, in the show, they literally give her Deus Ex Machina. Like I said before, right? She got all of the situations just because, okay, this is what I can do now. You didn't
With
make
no
a
explanation.
cool power.
No
You didn't
explanation.
give her cool power. You make her lamer by being able to do everything. If she can just will away all the problems, she doesn't need to be a hero or a villain. She can just take whatever she wants. Why is she even fighting the Kingpin? She can just like destroy him, like obliterate him. Because if she wills it, that happens. How about she can fix her, what do you call that thing, relationship with her grandmother, for example. Why didn't they do that? They already established that she has Deus Ex Machina. She can just do anything. Why would she do that? What is her powers? Lame to me is way better than whatever the fuck. You know? I prefer a street level mirror imaging ability than I can do anything at any given moment. Dude, there's a character that does that. He's called Darwin in the X-Men. Use that character. Don't give characters with established abilities new powers that you don't know what to do with. I agree with Hadi. You can give them new powers, but you yourself have to understand the logic and the scientific nature of how the power works. Only then can you tell a story with it.
Setuju. Betul. Dia macam undercook. Director dengan writer kata lame kuasa komik dia, tapi kuasa baru ni tak ada explanation, tak tahu apa akar umbi yang dia boleh buat, ancestor mana kasih kuasa apa, tahu-tahu je dah macam, oh aku boleh cabutkan train track ni pasal aku guna tangan aku boleh insafkan dia pasal aku guna tangan aku. Macam what the fuck lah weh, tangan kau boleh buat banyak benda siap. Aduh. Macam tu lah. Alright, yes, seperti biasa soalan-soalan korang aku akan bacakan at the end of bahagian ketiga. Dengan itu kita akan ke plot hamba kita yang ketiga. Disney ni dia apa dia adalah tentang Echo drama Pukul 7 dan tak tahu di dalam apa orang buat Chinese Nation of the Great Plains tetapi untuk siri ni dia telah ditukar menjadi puak Choctaw. So adakah puak re-Indian ni sekadar interchangeable kepada produksi Marvel Studios? Semata-mata kita nak puak KPI je, kita pilihlah mana-mana, tak kisah Kelantan ke Nogori ke, dia orang Melayu. That's how it is pada dia orang yang the Cheyenne Nations dengan Choctaw tu dia boleh tukar ikut sekati dia orang je. Sedangkan satu tu kat Kelantan, satu kat Nogori, jauh kot. Alright, so soalan aku untuk panelis, apakah pendapat korang tentang fokus siri Echo lari daripada penjenayah yang based in New York menjadi satu drama pukul 7 edisi diversity kerana Echo memilih untuk spend this whole season di perkampungan puak Choctaw di Oklahoma yang she's supposed to be Cheyenne of the Great Plains. So kita mulakan dengan Hadi, silakan.
Okay. Memang betul Pulau Hamba sebab untuk first series yang memaparkan Marvel street level superhero, tapi dia pergi tunjuk Marvel street level superhero ni pergi balik kampung pula. Aku sebenarnya ikutkan, kalau dalam pemikiran aku lah kan, aku lebih tertarik walaupun this kind of thing macam dah banyak kali ataupun ada pernah orang buat ke apa kan, but the formula is quite good and kau just ubah-ubah sikit-sikit je untuk bagi nampak lagi menarik sebab the character Insaf dah different daripada karakter-karakter yang lain. Aku lebih suka kalau dia fokus watak Echo ni memang dekat New York. After the event dia konon bunuh Kingpin, dan lepas tu kononnya ada power vacuum yang kosong selepas Kingpin warded, dan semua jadi chaotic, huru-hara apa semua. So Echo perlu Maya Echo ni perlu survive dekat New York, dan tunjukkan je dia dekat New York tu how she survive, and then lepas tu finally reveal yang Kingpin hidup lagi, semua orang-orang dia nak buru dia lah apa semua kan. And then ambil satu episod khas, kau letak 50 ke 55 minit fokus on her origin, her Choctaw origin. Time tu baru kau tunjuk dia macam balik kampung ke, dia jumpa nenek dia ke, dia terjumpa mak dia ke. Maybe this episode should be the second last episode before she fully embrace her power. Macam contoh untuk episod 1 sampai episod 3 tunjuk dia lari-lari kat New York ke, dia berlawan dengan all the gangs, all the what's up bro gang semua tu kan. Dan during that time dia berlawan tu, dia slowly develop mystery powers yang dia tak dapat jawapan. Sampailah kat episode 4 reveal yang power dia ni adalah daripada dia punya Choctaw origin, echoes throughout the generations apa semua. Dekat situlah baru ada macam satu konklusi di mana dia perlu bertemu pula dengan Kingpin sama ada, dan dekat situ juga dia kena berhadapan dengan all the followers of Kingpin sama ada dia nak pegang the title Queenpin of New York ataupun tidak. So bagi aku kalau dia buat macam tu lagi menarik tau, sebab satu episod saja kau fokuskan pada dia punya diversity part, pada dia punya origin part, orang lebih invested lagi. Ini bila kau buat macam the whole episode tunjuk satu generation, bagus, bagi aku tak ada masalah. Dia tunjuk setiap episod tu sendiri pun menggunakan nama ancestor dia. It's quite cool. It's just that kau tak tahu how to execute that story, dan it doesn't fit with the street level genre yang patutnya ada pada watak Echo ni. Dan itu membuatkan sampai sepatutnya sebuah siri tentang street level superhero menjadi sebuah siri tentang kebudayaan Native American Choctaw yang silih ganti antara nenek moyang. Bagi aku agak sucks lah benda macam tu sebab it's pretty straightforward. Kau dah ada that formula, you just don't mess with that formula, because walaupun aku katakan benda ni macam something yang quite typical yang ada siri-siri lain pernah buat, tapi bezanya adalah the character Echo itself. Character Echo ni special because she is deaf, she is a woman, she is a Native American, dia ada kaki besi pula tu. So angkat that character, angkat dia, tunjukkan karakter tu how, macam mana dia dekat street of New York dengan all the other superhero macam Spider-Man, macam Iron Fist, Daredevil, Punisher, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones. What's so special about her? Because of her character, because of her personality. Tapi itu pun dia tak boleh buat. Dia nak tunjukkan dia special, just tunjukkan dia punya generation semua adalah seorang semuanya ada superpower. Dan apa specialnya dia? Specialnya dia meresap semua talent daripada nenek moyang dia.
It echoes through time. Echoes through time.
So, aku rasa ya. Sucks man.
Betul. Ya, aku setuju dengan Hadi. The series should have just stayed in New York. And then just spend one episode out of the 5 in dekat South Oklahoma. Just before the final fight. Tapi yang ni when kau inverse kan, 4 episodes dekat kampung, 1 episode kat New York. Episode New York tu je lah yang aku suka. Lepas tu yang lain semua kau macam what the fuck. Alright, so seterusnya Sai, apakah pendapat kau tentang focusing too much on perkampungan Choctaw instead of New York? Silakan.
Alright. I like to judge it for what it is instead of what it wasn't. So, baik pendapat aku, masalah dia pergi dekat kampung tu bukan masalah dia. Even they spend the entire show dekat kampung tu pun tak jadi masalah bagi aku. Masalah dia, there's nothing going on. There are like other characters, right? Right, dia punya nenek dia tu. She has the ability to bring people together, to follow her comments, right? And then kita ada dia punya atuk dia. Atuk dia tahu any kind of like dia tahu supply, mana nak dapat supply barang-barang power. Dia tahu kamera canggih apa nak pakai, dia tahu macam nak fix dia punya kaki semua tu kan. And then we have what's that, biscuits. Biscuits is a runner. There's value in a runner. Dia boleh pergi everywhere. Dia boleh like send messages to the people, to get everyone moving. And then you have like the guy that is like in the skating rink punya owner. Why can't like he fight using like a roller blade or something? You know what I mean? Like something that only he can do. And he also can use his ability because dia ada banyak connection dengan orang-orang yang ada connection dengan KINGPIN. So dia boleh sabotage daripada dalam. And then you have a literal like actually brave and powerful character that supposedly comes like as Bonnie, like in real life, who is more respected, more like not as much as appreciated, but more revered than firefighters. She's a literal firefighter, and yet you do nothing with her. All you did is, she saw like something that might be suspicious, and then she tried to take her walkie-talkie, and then she got hit in the back. She does nothing. She doesn't do her part to ensure that dia dengan Maya put all the differences aside to escape the situation. She didn't like come together with Maya to fight off the people. Maya do all the fighting. She's the one yang kena tangkap. She's the one that get herself out, and she's the one that's fighting. Now what's the point of these other characters? Towards the end pun I say, they do nothing with them. Why aren't the Choctaw involved in defending themselves? Why did Maya alert to dia punya nenek yang convey the message to the entire people that they are probably in trouble? And they're gonna pretend to be called festive, and then before people know it, they take out like a bow or shotgun or something, so they can get ready to fight them off. Like a lot of things doesn't make sense. Like I said, the last 10 minutes. You know what doesn't make sense the most, other than the fingering and everything like that? The guy, like the guy, the skating rink owner, right? The 45-year-old virgin, right? He admits it himself, and I did that out. You see the show. So, like he take out his handgun, he look at that guy, who always play the terrorist, and he apparently is playing the terrorist again this time. He has an RPG. Instead of shooting that RPG like arm, right? So that it blows up in his face. He shot here. One, he may still he might not even die or get that injured. And then the thing that actually have happened, but this show make it Disney-fied. You know, the RPG went up. In reality, it will go back down and hit all the Choctaw people and they will die. But no, it just becomes fireworks. And that's the lamest firework. Just one, boom. Oh, the fire is gone. That's it. Oh, it's supposed to be a joke. Funny Disney Channel level joke. Yeah, it should be called Disney Channel, not Disney Plus. It's so shit. It might as well be Disney Channel, man. They should rebrand. And dude, like, what is this? It becomes a drama because it wants to like focus too much on the family relations. But the only ones that are interesting is between like Maya and her father and her mother. That's it. Beyond that, they do nothing else. The bonding thing is just a retread of the Marvels. I personally kind of like the Marvels, but they already did that when like what do you call that thing? Monica Rambeau, right? She confronts supposedly her surrogate mother or something like that, right? Her godmother, which is like Captain Marvel, right? That oh, you just left me, I needed you. They did the same thing in that movie. Now they do it again. That's the thing. It's the same universe, especially because it's shared. Not only does the characters can't be redundant, but story beats should also stop being redundant. They can hire like new directors and great writers and not interrupt what they're writing, and maybe they can come up with something different. As far as even though people don't like Iron Man 3, I like every single Iron Man. Iron Man 2, I love a lot. It's very goofy. I like Sam Rockwell in it. The fight scenes toward the end at the pond is some of the best ones. And then the third one is Shane Black making it weird. The Mandarin doesn't exist. And in that movie, a lot of people misconstrued that Eldritch Killian, the guy that the leader of the extremists, is Mandarin. He's not. He's just literally saying he's the Mandarin, so Iron Man finally looks at him. At the end, it's not even the Mandarin. Even in that movie, it's clear. But no, all the other years, they have to make it so obvious. So now, oh, there is a Mandarin all along. And then they make up a new character. It's called Wenwu, right? Now, going back to this show, it's like, dude, they can make it as goofy as Iron Man 3. They can let, like back then, they can let Ant-Man be directed by like the director of like Baby Driver, right? Like fully, but they have to interrupt and they have to leave. Yes, they reconcile later on, but still no project from these really good directors that they can like direct and write in a different way. Now we got all these redundancies, and this drama we've seen time and time again. We don't need any more of these. This all like one drama. Infinity War is the best place, and they did a great job with the drama on the early parts of Infinity War, because that's prime time because everybody is trying to that's the blade, and then there's no there's no sign of things going back to normal. Everybody is going to like these meetings, right? Try to get in touch with themselves and be able to accept the fact that their family is gone and everything like that. What do they do in this show? I mean, they can 1 or 2 episodes, but they have 4 episodes and they did nothing with these episodes to develop anyone. Everybody is so one one dimensional, and nobody other than Maya does anything. And even then, I don't even know who Maya is, and I don't even know if that's the thing. I'm so what is this, man? This is like a waste of time. It's like you already chose to do action, superhero or whatever, right? Okay? So why don't you make a show with a lot of action in it? Like in Daredevil, there's a lot of action, but there's a lot of good storytelling too. A lot of betrayal and drama, whatever, but it's interwoven with the action. It leads to the action in every episode, right? In this show, they just want to focus on the drama, but the drama sucks. So why focus on it? Yeah, it's like exactly pukul 7. People just like asalkan ada benda pasang kat TV and then moving along. But the thing is,
Yes.
why? This is not cable television. This is streaming. You have to choose to watch this. This is a waste of time.
Yes, setuju. Ya, as usual aku pergi balik kepada KPI, PEI dan funding tahunan oleh BlackRock. So BlackRock dia kata macam aku suka teori oleh Suresh ni yang dia mengatakan bahawa dia ada teori. Memang semua orang yang kena fund dengan BlackRock, Paramount ke, Apple ke, AMC ke, Disney ke, even Amazon Prime, they are forced to make Native American content. That's why tahun lepas tahun ni banyak gila Native American content because that's one of the KPI yang diminta oleh BlackRock. Kau nak pinjam bilion-bilion kan, kau punya siri, kau nak buat kau punya filem, kau kena buat cerita LGBTQIA ni, kau kena buat Native American. So diorang pun buat dengan melepaskan batuk di tangga lah. Diorang buat dengan fakirlah, funder minta kita buat je lah, but it doesn't need to even make sense, it doesn't need to be good, I just need to do it. Nak penuhkan report card for the year, that's it lah, sadly. Alright, korang ada apa-apa lagi nak tambah before we go to the next segment? Tak ada. Alright, so dengan itu kita akan ke second last segment kita untuk malam ini. Apa sekarang apakah kira-kira review this like 1/10 lah. It's a waste of my fucking time though. Episod 1 je aku happy and 20 minit of episode 1 was a retread of Echo before this. After that, fuck. So yeah, I just like 20 minutes of the first episode. So apakah rating korang untuk siri ni? Kita mulakan dengan Hadi, silakan.
Okay, aku memang sebenarnya tak nak cakap banyak lah pasal Echo ni. Memang there's nothing to talk about pun series Echo ni kot kan. So pasal ini bagi aku bagi rating untuk siri ni 4/10 bintang.
Seterusnya silakan Sai, rating untuk siri Echo season 1.
Alright, it's middle of the road. It's not the worst show that I've ever seen. I've seen worse. Like She-Hulk is way worse, and at least I feel like watching this compared to like, what was that called, Secret Invasion. So yeah, I just give it a 5 out of 10.
Nice.
It's okay.
Yeah. So dia macam kalau hari Selasa pula, kalau hari Ahad tengah hujan, korang malas nak keluar,
Sambil
korang lain like macam tu lah. Dia tak semestinya kena, dia bila kau tak ada apa-apa lagi nak tonton, macam tu lah. Alright, so dengan itu kita ada beberapa soalan terpilih yang aku akan bacakan sekarang. Ada 8 soalan terpilih. Pertama, Daniel bertanya ya, siapa yang beli Avengers Tower? Adakah Wilson Fisk, Kingpin, ataupun adakah ia sekarang dah jadi Baxter Building dekat Fantasy 4? Menurut Ketua Division Marvel TV, Brad Winderbaum, dia mengatakan jawapan ini akan diberi soon dalam MCU Phase 6. So nak tahu sama ada Kingpin beli ke ataupun Mr. Fantastic beli ke, sama-sama kita nantikan dalam MCU Phase 6 nanti. Seterusnya Ahmad Muaz berkata, boleh tak BuzzPop react Bad Batch Season 3 trailer even though korang dah tak bedah? Kita orang pun dah tak buat bedah banyak sekarang pasal Ashi kena copyright claim. So tengoklah macam mana, tengoklah, but jangan mengharap lah. Seterusnya Nameless bertanya, mana Vanessa menghilang? Vanessa Fisk, iaitu isteri kepada Wilson Fisk, Kingpin, dia akan hadir di dalam siri Daredevil Born Again yang baru memulakan sesi penggambarannya minggu ini. So nantikan Daredevil Born Again Season 1, korang akan dapat tengok Vanessa Fisk beraksi kembali. Seterusnya Tem4A bertanya, betul ke rumours yang Daredevil Born Again episod dia akan di-shortkan daripada apa yang dirancangkan? Yes, basically the reshooting of Daredevil Born Again yang bermula minggu ini ialah dengan pengarah baru, dengan penulis baru. So it's not going to be 18 episod seperti produksi sebelum ini. Because yang tu ada 18 episod pun tak ada mana bro. Episod kelima baru Daredevil sarung baju dia. Tak ke bodoh, kau tengok 4 minggu in a row, minggu kelima baru dia jadi Devil, bodoh gila. Aku lagi rela, kalau yang ni ada 8 episod pun, tapi episod pertama dia dah jadi Devil, is way better than that 18 episodes of bullshit yang telah dicantas oleh Kevin Feige. So don't worry, biar dia kurang episod asalkan quality bukannya quantity.
Fast pacing.
Yes, fast pacing itu yang kita nak. Seterusnya Nameless berkata, adakah suit Echo pakai episod last tu akan jadi superhero suit? Mungkin lah kot. Aku dah tak minat lah sejak kuasa dia lah kuasa fingering ni. Aku dah macam tak nak tengok lah dia in the future. But yeah, most likely that will be her baju. Alright, last 3 questions. Ahmad Haziq bertanya, macam mana sepupu Echo, bukan sepupu ya, Uncle Henry boleh kerja untuk Kingpin? Tiba-tiba tahu dia kerja untuk Kingpin. Aku rasa dia join sama macam ayah Maya juga, masa dia orang muda dulu. Masa dia orang pergi cari kerja kat New York, tak dapat kerja, jadi something. So yes, dia seangkatan dengan ayah Maya Lopez, iaitu dan kan dia kata dia dah nak keluar daripada hidup yang jadi something ni, tapi Wilson Fisk tak bagi. So dia menjadi penjaga bisnes Wilson Fisk di kampung dia dekat Choctaw Village tu. Seterusnya Daniel bertanya, Echo dengan Nemo sama bangsa Talokan ke? Jawapannya tidak. Echo adalah daripada puak Choctaw, manakala Nemo adalah daripada puak Talokan. Jauh tu by the way, Oklahoma dengan Mexico Talokan dekat Mexico Jauh.
Native American dengan Mexican lah. Kira beza lah dua. Native American lain, Mexican lain.
Yeah.
Hispanic.
Kau tanya orang Indonesia dengan orang Malaysia sama tak? Tak sama. Baik. Seterusnya Izzat bertanya, what if Echo ni variant ataupun multiverse version of Kahuri? Wow. Again Echo daripada puak Choctaw, manakala Kahuri pula daripada puak Mohawk. So tu adalah dua puak berlainan. Dia macam kau compare orang Penang dengan orang Selangor, jauh ya. Ataupun kau compare orang Bugis Selangor dengan orang Bugis Johor, lain lain. Tapi aku rasa lain lah, macam tu lah. Alright,
Kelantan Subang dengan Kelantan Puchong
lain. Kelantan Subang dengan Kelantan Puchong lain. Kita punya nasi kerabu lain dengan nasi kerabu sana. Macam tu lah kan. Alright, seterusnya Fat Kipit Loki bertanya, why did Kingpin kill William Lopez, iaitu bapa kepada Echo? Aku tak sure yang sebenarnya dibunuh oleh Hawkeye kan. Hawkeye sebagai
Ronin.
Sebagai Ronin. So bukan Kingpin directly bunuh aku. Tapi Kingpin kata I kill your father. Apa pendapat korang
Tak, aku rasa dia explain dekat Hawkeye tapi aku dah lupa.
Aku rasa something along the line that Kingpin macam lagakan diorang kan. Macam dia jadikan dia turn Ronin away from him and fokuskan konon-konon macam bapak dia tu, William tu yang leader of the gang. Padahal dia leader of the gang. Maybe.
Dia macam diversion tactic lah ni. Okay.
Ya, tu yang Ronin kata dekat Echo, dekat Maya, bapak kau Kingpin yang nak bapak kau mati, bukan aku.
Yeah.
Kingpin mainkan dia orang lah.
Dia coordinate daripada dalam penjara. Dia coordinate daripada dalam penjara semua benda tu. Semua operasi dia.
Dang. Dan soalan terakhir, walaupun telah diketahui bahawa Kingpin akan menjadi mayor, ada tekan ringkas tak oleh setiap penulis, what is the next dangerous move for Wilson Fisk? Aku rasa lepas ni dia pergi terapis kot. What did she do to me?
Actually Kingpin got a lot of wild card lah dekat tangan dia basically, sebab dia dah build dia punya reputation for 5 years after the blips, and then cuma dia punya struggle ataupun obstacle dia during the blips is that dia kena face Ronin yang mengacau dia punya operation kan. Tapi lepas tu Ronin dah tak ada, and then bila ada power vacuum during that 5 years, then dia yang feel that power vacuum, and then lepas tu after 5 years, then people half of the population muncul kembali. That also create chaos, macam apa yang terjadi dekat dalam Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And during that time also Kingpin akan memainkan peranan dia lah, sebab every time there's chaos, there's always someone will take something for granted kan. So now Wilson Fisk is a very dangerous figure dekat New York and even the world, because he's got all the resources. Macam contohnya kalau Nick Fury lah kan, Nick Fury pun dia kena blip, so dia kata dalam 5 tahun dia hilang all the resources. So means that Wilson Fisk got all the resources yang Nick Fury dah tak ada. Dia dah ada, dia tak ada siapa boleh halang dia. Yang boleh halang dia masa untuk waktu tu hanyalah the Avengers yang dah shambles dengan Ronin. Itu pun Avengers pun just layan global threat je, dia tak layan the street level threat apa semua kan. And then he's got all the wild cards, he's got all the resources, and ada a bit glimpse dekat dalam Echo ni bila dia gunakan dia cipta dia teknologi untuk Echo punya sign language tu, means that he also got the technology. So aku rasa kan Kingpin ni dia boleh jadi macam connection untuk Falcon and Winter Soldier, the new world order, and then lepas tu Hawkeye and Echo and Daredevil and even Armor Wars. Bila Tony Stark dah mati, tak ada siapa yang jaga weapon dia, all the weapon can go to black market, siapa yang akan jaga the black market? Kingpin. So Kingpin got all, man. He's got all. So dia punya next move memang dangerous. And that's why aku kata dalam Echo ni dia punya move, dia punya motive is very petty. Just macam nakkan Echo tu jadi dia punya Kingpin je, tu je. Tapi dia punya move tu, dangerous move tu lebih besar lagi in the future lah bila dia jadi mayor. Yeah. So yes man, kalau kau bayangkan kalau kau ada power, kau jadi mayor, kau ada kuasa dekat dalam states, the United States, and then lepas tu kau ada kuasa pula untuk control all the Congress, all the presiden pun sekarang in shambles dengan Skrulls lah apa semua kan. So basically the world is chaotic man, and who's gonna take care of them? Kingpin.
Betul. Yes, I like that. Saya ada apa nak tambah before we sign off?
I think it's gonna cause a little bit of chaos. Mungkin dia start dengan hire like a bunch of like mercenaries. Maybe dia boleh start dengan orang macam Sabretooth, and then the point is to create a villain there, so orang macam the Devil ke Spider-Man can like go confront him, and he can pretend to be on their side, and then like he can like curry favor of the people, right? Like after he help these people, and then he want to create like his own thing, soldiers. That is not Sabretooth is not part of it, of course. He can recruit people like Diamondback or even like Sinister Six, starting with Scorpion, and then behind the scenes he start to recruit these people, and he can just like use them as enforcers, and then this is like macam check and balance kepada kalau Spider-Man atau the Devil atau Punisher keep the crime like a little bit too low, untuk dia naikkan balik crime ni, dia kan seek these people on them, like
dia macam both sides lah. Dia menyebab masalah, lepas tu sebagai Datuk Bandar saya mengikuti masalah ini. Sebenarnya orang dia betul, sebut dia lah orang dia.
Dia like obviously they gotta go the Lex Luthor route. Lex Luthor dia pernah jadi mayor, dia pernah jadi the president of USA, and then Lex Luthor dia buatkan macam dia literally he himself is the hero. Dia suntik kryptonite ke diri dia supaya dia boleh jadi macam Superman. Dia boleh pakai suit tu, dia boleh sampai ke semua orang. But I don't think Kingpin would go that far because Kingpin from his style, dia memang tak ada masalah main cara kecut. He's the kind of guy yang macam langkah hantar orang lain untuk buat kerja kotor dia. Cuma beza dia dengan villain-villain lain, macam Tobias Will for example kondisi kan, dia actually boleh lawan. Macam Tobias Will boleh lawan juga, tapi macam I think Kingpin can hold his own a little bit more. So something like that like more along the lines of creating chaos and macam bayar orang untuk make it harder for these heroes and they're pretending to be on the side of the people.
Yeah, that's nice. Alright guys, so dengan itu that's all for tonight. Aku rasa itu je lah soalan-soalan korang. So terima kasih kepada para panelis kita, Hadi, Kaki Review dan juga Sai daripada YouTube channel Brothers Ali. Seperti biasa, kalau korang suka review-review oleh Hadi, korang boleh check him out dekat Facebook dan TikTok di bawah channel Hadi Abdul Hamid. Dan Sai dan brother dia Iki, korang boleh layan review-review diorang di YouTube channel Brothers Ali ataupun The Brothers Ali.
Yeah.
Alright, so itu saja untuk malam ini. Join us tomorrow di mana aku, Munif dan juga Jamal bakal membincangkan tentang Season 1 Monarch Legacy of Monsters. Kemudian pada hari Khamis, aku dan The Brothers Ali akan run tentang Rebel Moon pula. So that's it for tonight guys. Bajulah fandom untuk negara. Bye guys.
See you guys.